So water is pretty important. Like if you go without it, you can die pretty quickly. Also, I'd like to clarify, no, I do not buy these on a regular basis. I bought it once, and I bought it specifically for the bottle, and I refill it because I like glass. You don't get that like plasticky taste to it, although obviously I'm storing water in a plastic jug right now, which yes, I refill this as well. I've had this same jug for a while. But yeah, water is really important. How much water should you have per day? 3.7 liters. This contains about 800 milliliters. I'm going to assume that there's 1,000 milliliters in a liter. That means that 3,700 divided by 800. I should drink 4.5 of these per day? What? Yesterday I had 2 of these, and I thought that was a little bit much. Here, 15.5 cups. What is 15.5 cups in ounces? 124 ounces. And this contains 3.1? Whoa. Okay, by that math, 124 divided by 3.1. I would need 40 bottles. Okay, I'm clearly doing something wrong here. So I don't know how many of this I'm supposed to have, but point is, you need a lot of water, but not this much. Let's see if oh, no, I spilled. And then the glugging, there we go. A nice, smooth, cinematic pour. Good thing water's clear so you can't see my spill everywhere. Except why am I putting the cover on when I need to drink this? And the battery's almost dead. Cheers! I've never chugged a full one of these. I think I've chugged half once. Normally, I'll go down in like sections like this. I'll kind of use the letters as markers. So that's actually something that why am I so zoomed in? Oh, whoopsies. So that's actually something I do on a daily basis. First thing in the morning before I even go to meditate, which today actually this was after because I wanted to film it and I had to like move my camera around or whatever. But first thing in the morning before I even get dressed, before I put my glasses on, actually second thing in the morning after I turn my alarm off, I chug some water as much as I can, usually honestly just about like that much. But apparently I need more. And so it's like, water is super important. It's obviously a part of my daily routine. It's a part of my life, and so I would like to include it in me documenting my life. But how the hell do I make a video about water? Like, what do I say? What do I do? So apparently this is just going to be a compilation of every time I take a drink of water, I'm going to film it. I don't know what this video is other than like a reminder, hey, drink water, it's important. Oh yeah, I just remembered. Oh yeah, I also just remembered I was gonna say too, I've always been a water drinker. I have probably, and I'm being dead serious about this, I think I've had less than 100 sodas in my entire life. There was a brief time when I was in an apartment where I didn't trust the water, and so I would drink juice all the time, but it was really hard to find juices with like a reasonable amount of sugar in them. So I'm not gonna count that. But yeah, if you combine like soda, energy drinks, alcohol, all that kind of stuff, probably about less than 250 of them in my entire life. I'm halfway through my workout for the day, so here we go. Just a tiny little sip, just to wet the throat. I don't want to have it like sloshing around in there while I'm working out. So I just finished my workout. Let's have a little more water. Yeah. And now breakfast. So I just got off of work, so obviously I didn't bring a camera with me and record every time I drank water there, but generally what I've been trying to do is about a half like normal sized water bottle every time I have a break, which is every 2 hours. So I want to go to bed, but first some water, and then I'll brush my teeth and then I'll sleep. And to be honest, I might watch a YouTube video or two first. Although, oh wait, no, that's for a different video. Never mind. It is the 31st. Last day of the year. Wow. I gotta stop hitting my bottle because then the cap doesn't come off cleanly and it doesn't look cool. This is such an awkward angle to stand at. Wait, here, let me just fix that. A little bit better. Anyways, first thing in the morning, I'm gonna finish off yesterday's water because I'm very thirsty. Oh, I dropped my cap. Alright, so it's time to fill up the bottle for the day. Oh, it's not centered. So it is time to fill up the bottle. Bloopers. To fill up the bottle today. What was that? I'm gonna quick drink that and try to redo that. Whoops, I'm not filming me drinking it. Oh well. So that means I have to leave that in. The whole point of me drinking it to refill it was so that I could cut that out. Alright, let's try this again. And also I'm paying attention to the bottle itself this time and not the camera. Haha, JK. I wasn't paying attention to the camera last time. I just suck. Now the battery died. I really should start paying attention to that low battery warning instead of being like, nah, I can finish the shot before the battery dies. I can wrap this up. This will be quick. Because it never really is that quick. I wasn't even recording, so I'm still slightly thirsty, or at least I was before I took this little sip. So cheers. Tiny sip. I just finished my first 15 minutes. And you grab a little sip of water, except actually just a bit more than a sip. I've been only taking a little sip because I didn't want a bunch of water sloshing around in my stomach while I'm working out. But I've discovered it's far worse to have a bunch of stomach acid sloshing around in your stomach while you're working out. It's a delicate balance. I think it really comes down to just how your stomach feels. So it's like the instant I can feel the water kind of diluting the stomach acid, then it's like, oh, okay, I think that's enough. I don't want to keep going. Even though it feels good to dilute, I don't want to keep going and end up with too much. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'm just hungry. I'm going to do my next round of 15 minutes, wrap this up so I can eat. All right, time for the post-workout sip. Whoops, I just like instinctually automatically started drinking water post-breakfast. I was like, no, stop drinking. I have to film it for this stupid video. What is this video? I don't know. Drink water, stay hydrated, cheers. I feel like the amount of water I have at any point is basically just turning my stomach into a soup consistency. That way I can kind of ratio how much water I need to how much food I ate. Is that an okay way of thinking about it? I think so. Alright, so it's already 2 o'clock. I had there's a lot of like water in the food that I had for lunch, so I wasn't really thirsty afterwards. So this is my post-lunch water. Not very much water today. I mean, I'm more than halfway through my day and I haven't even finished a first bottle, and apparently I'm supposed to drink 4 of these things, which actually kind of makes sense because I think they say you're supposed to have 8 8-ounce bottles. But this says 3.1 fluid ounces. That makes no sense because, hold up. Okay, wait, this says 3.1 fluid ounces. No, don't focus on my face. There you go. But then if I go to the nutritional facts, serving size, 8 ounces, serving per container, 3.5. So that means 3.5 times 8, that's like 20, hold up, that's 28 ounces in this, right? So 28 ounces is 3.1 fluid ounces. That's why it's giving me wrong numbers. How many ounces in a fluid ounce? What? 1 fluid ounce equals 1.04 ounces. Point is, drank. I don't know if I'll continue filming for the rest of today because I have things that I'm going to go do. I have chores and I'm not bringing my camera with me for those. So, okay, bye. You know what, actually I need to pee, so I'm just going to immediately have a bit more water before I do that. I almost dropped my cap again. It's also wonderful how staying hydrated helps the other things move along smoothly. In the amount of time it took for me to get from my chair to the bathroom, my body decided, you know what, I think we should do that too before we head out to go do our chores. So I've done that, and I've gotten everything ready for me to go do those chores, and as some time has passed, and so I think I'm gonna try to finish this off just because I'm going to be away from my water bottle for several hours, so I'll just finish it off. Also, I mentioned that some time has passed because that's actually pretty important. For those who are unaware, it is actually possible to be overhydrated, and that is just as awful as being dehydrated. And I know this because I have personally experienced it. And in extreme cases, it can actually be deadly. The overhydration, I mean. Of course, dehydration is deadly. We all know that, but overhydration can be deadly too. And so the body can actually handle a surprising amount of water in a day. 4 of these, apparently. But the important part is that it's spread out throughout the day. If I just chugged 4 of these all at once, I would be in a world of hurt. And I've also found that if I have just a little bit too much water, then just grabbing like a quick little snack bar or whatever can kind of fix the consistency in my stomach and kind of even it out. I don't think that would work as a way of avoiding death from overhydration, but like if you just don't want to feel all sloshy. Happy New Year! It is 2022. 2022, the sequel. Hopefully not. It is 2021. Today's gonna be a little different because obviously I slept in. So I have a lot of chores that I have to do to like clean up from last night and get ready for work. I'm gonna drink water, obviously, but I don't know if I'm gonna get my workout in or anything else. Oh, and I need to get a video edited, so I'm gonna skip my workout to edit a video. Not to mention how the further I dive into having multiple long-term projects going on at once, the workout video, the stretching video, the drinking water video, the more I start to question like, oh man, how am I going to edit this? How am I going to make this something worth watching? And then it's like, oh, maybe I should scrap the idea entirely and like use this footage in this other completely different way, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Alright, just finished breakfast. I'm thirsty. So I had breakfast while I was editing, and had a couple snack bars and then a little bit more water. Oh, I almost hit myself in the head on that because I was paying attention to the camera. Nah. I was thinking about if I wanted to finish that off, but nah. Just gauging how much is left versus how my stomach feels. I think I'm good. This is such elementary shit. Am I really gonna upload this? Nah, it just means it's more relatable to more people because everyone drinks water. Except for those like handful of people that only drink soda. Yikes. It is now the 2nd, and it's another one of those days where I gotta get up really early. It's 4 a.m. and I am very thirsty, although I definitely slept much better than I expected for such a short duration of sleep. Finished off yesterday and a fresh full one. I don't know if it's just me. I would like to assume that's not, but it's like there's a fold in my throat, like right in here somewhere. A fold of like throat skin on the inside of the throat where it's like pushed up together, so when I'm swallowing, the water just never gets in there, and I can still feel it being dry even as the water is like moving through my throat and getting everything wet. Super annoying. Although I just now realized maybe that's just the little flap like preventing it from getting into my lungs. So maybe that's a good thing that it still feels dry in there. Done with work and have the thirst. So this morning at work I calculated how much water I should be having and how often. Generally they say that you should have 8 8-ounce glasses of water. Your average water bottle is 16 ounces. And so the amount of water that you're supposed to have in a day, divided into the amount of hours that I will generally be awake in a day, I should have approximately half an average water bottle every hour. And before I was actually only doing that every other hour. So, we're getting hydrated. Had a snack, I'm thirsty. I accidentally fell asleep and took a nap, and now it's 10:20 p.m. Normally I'm going to bed at 10. Now I just woke up after sleeping for I don't know how long. So I'm just gonna chug the rest of this and go back to sleep, hopefully, and then I'll just wake up like extra early tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I can try to go back to having a mostly normal day. That being said, I have now finally gotten the second half of a day of drinking water after having several days of the first half of the day, because the day I wanted to film this was my day off at work and I would have had the full day to do it, but then I didn't have the second half of the day because I wandered off. I also did not get very many good burps in this video. Whatever, this feels weird, but it's a video, I guess. Thanks for watching. So as I'm editing this video, I just thought of a funny story that I would like to share and add on to the end of the video. So you know how with plastic water bottles, you can keep a tight seal on it and just like cause the bottle to just shrink up as you suck the water out of it? But with glass bottles, you don't have that option. You have to leave a little bit of a gap on the sides of your mouth or the top or wherever to let air in as the water's coming out. And you get that glugging effect as you're drinking it, like this. Because if you keep a tight seal, it'll just create a vacuum inside there and it'll just like suck your lips into the bottle. But anyways, I had figured this out in high school with plastic bottles, and I would just chug an entire bottle, no problem. And I did this in class once, and apparently this teacher had never seen this before in her entire life, and she was probably in her 50s, maybe 60s. Like, she taught my older siblings, and they were in high school when I was born. But anyways, like, my amazement that she had never seen this before aside, the funny part is she legit thought I was drowning myself. So that was fun. And so of course I would try to remember to drink water in that teacher's class as often as possible to annoy her. But anyways, thank you for watching. This video was weird, but it's a video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you stay hydrated. It's very important. Even if all you did today was get out of bed and drink some water and then go back to bed and maybe like walk around the house a little bit. Hey, if you're depressed and whatever and that's all you're able to accomplish, then good on you. That's still something. I've had those days. I've had those days for weeks on end, and you know, sometimes it's just what you gotta go through, I guess. Take care. Up a bump. It's blooper time! So yeah, I put my SD card in there, immediately put it in my computer, and then reached my hand here to start editing, and my arm is wet. Can you even see that? I spilt everywhere while filling this bottle to grab that shot I just showed you. And then I gotta take the SD card back out of the computer, put it back into the camera so I can film that shot that I just now showed you, and now I can take it back out of the camera, put it back into the computer so I can put this into the video project and edit it into the video.